Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo, also known as My Injury Guy, which is my new brand, shooting another video for you on my way home after a super hectic day fighting for the rights of injured people. So the topic for today is the $1 million case, what most injured people don't know. So, the first thing I wanted you to know about $1 million cases is they are quite rare, okay? So, out of 100 cases, a lawyer will probably not get $1 million case. Out of 1,000 cases, he or she may get a couple. That's if you're a general advertiser like me, and I handle the big cases, the little ones, and everything in between, because we're very efficient at doing it, and I've put a lot of thought into doing it. But, the average case results in a 5-figure or 6-figure result. So we're looking at anything between, $10,000 to, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's where most injury cases live. So they're actually pretty rare, and that's a good thing. You need a very, very serious injury for that kind of, for you to have $1 million case. That might surprise some people because it seems like you read in the news or insurance companies act like they're getting killed on all these injury cases, but it's actually the opposite. In my experience, I've talked to far more people who got the short end of the stick on an injury case because they weren't represented than I've ever spoken with people who feel like they got more money than they deserved, or who felt like they got $1 million when they don't think they deserved it. I did once have a client tell me that the offer of $220,000 that I got him on his case was no kind of money because his cousin, who lives down the street from him, got $1 million on a case and he wasn't even hurt. Well, I think that's hogwash. I think that was years ago. That was one of my clients. I think he was kind of trying to get me to get him more money, but we were at the end of the road on that one, and all's well that ends well on that one. The second thing I want you to know about a $1 million case is that the biggest limiting factor of whether your case is going to be a $1 million case is whether the person who hurt you has $1 million or more in insurance, or whether the person or entity that hurt you is a multimillionaire. Now, that is, there really are not that many millionaires, and most car accidents and things of that nature are just a person running into another person. But if, a Coke truck or a Menards truck or some big company truck hits you and they're negligent, then you know that they either have the insurance or the assets to actually pay $1 million. We see this most commonly in cases where one of my clients gets hurt pretty seriously in a crash and the other driver only has a $25,000 insurance policy or a $50,000 insurance policy. What do we do in those circumstances? Well, I do an asset search, and if the person with the low insurance policy doesn't have a professional license like doctor, lawyer, nurse, they don't own a company or a corporation, they don't own a bunch of houses, they don't own a bunch of cars or a boat or an airplane, we can be pretty certain that they're just normal working class folks that will just go to bankruptcy court and discharge any amount we win against them beyond their insurance policy limits. So even if you have $1 million injury, your case is not going to be $1 million case unless there's money or insurance enough to cover it. The last thing I'll tell you about the $1 million case is, while it is true that I can get money on a small case when often the insurance company will offer you nothing, it's important that you get representation in that circumstance. I will tell you, and on medium-sized cases, a lawyer can take a smaller case and turn it into a medium-sized case, or take a medium-sized case and turn it into a large case, it is really on the biggest of the big cases that an experienced and good injury lawyer is gonna serve you the best, right? A really good injury lawyer can take what you might consider to be $1 million case and possibly turn it into a $3 million case or a $5 million case. But I will caution you, the earlier you get the lawyer involved in the case, the better off you're going to be. Because there are a million things that an insurance company can do to weaken your case, and there are a million things that a good lawyer knows how to do to strengthen your case. And the earlier in the process the lawyer gets involved in doing that, the better off you're going to be. The last thing I guess I'll mention about these kinds of cases is that you may feel like your injuries would or should entitle you to $1 million. But this is a little exercise I do with people to help them have some perspective about whether their case is really $1 million case. And it's not easy to do, okay? The exercise is this. Imagine that you're in a jury. You're in the jury room, and you hear about what happened to the injured person, and you hear that they have $50,000 in medical bills, and maybe they had a surgery to their shoulder, but they're feeling better now, and their shoulder's never going to be the same, and maybe their back is injured, and it's never going to be the same, but their medical bills are $50,000, and they, missed 6 months from work, but now they're back at work, and everything is harder to do. Take yourself away from you, knowing it's about you. If you heard that, would you give yourself $1 million? In other words, would you vote to give $1 million to somebody who has $50,000 in medical bills and had less than 6 months of medical care? Now, is that a case that I might be able to get $1 million on if we were forced to go to trial? Yes. Is it much more likely a six-figure case? Yes. And here's why in those circumstances, 10 out of 10 times I am very likely to recommend that we settle the case in the six-figure range instead of the $1 million range. You don't know what happens at trial. If we get one juror who decides they don't like you, or they don't like me, or they don't like something about the case, or they're just biased against injury cases, they think all injury cases are hogwash and scams, then none of the evidence we show them is going to convince them to give you very much money. And they will never vote to give you very much money, and we'll end up with what's called a mistrial, where we'll have to try the case again. And the same thing applies. One bad juror, and it's adios muchacho for us. We're not going to be able to get a really good outcome. So that's, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. Another reason why talking to an experienced personal injury lawyer is important in a $1 million case is because they're going to be able to tell you pretty quick whether it's a $1 million case or whether you're setting your sights a little bit too high. Because after all, does it really serve you to litigate a case for 5 years when the lawyer knew 5 years earlier that it was a $200,000 case or a $400,000 case, but you were holding out hope, despite your lawyer's advice, that it should be a $1 million case? You follow me? So a good lawyer is going to give you your best chance to turn your injury case into a $1 million case, and that's really the advice I'll leave you with. So I hope that information helps you. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section, and I'll shoot a video for you. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing and liking my videos. Last reminder is please stay tuned till the end of the video. I've got a bunch of killer offers and information that I offer to injured people for free, so watch till the end. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you or anyone you know has been hurt in an accident and needs a lawyer or even just has questions, give me a call anytime, day or night, at 312-500-4500. You can call me anytime, day or night, and the consultation is free. That's 312-500-4500. Or if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I made 2 great tools that really help people out that you can use for free on my website. The links are in the description. The first one is called the Case Cash Calculator, and it tells you what your case might be worth. The other is called the Good Case Calculator, and it tells you whether you might have a good case or you might have a case with some challenges. The best part is that they're 100% free to use on my website, and it only takes you 20 seconds flat to answer 7 multiple choice questions right off the top of your head. And then you get custom information about your particular injury situation fast and for free. So check them out, links in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel. I release 2 new videos every week, and this way you'll get notice of them. And if you have a question you'd like answered in a video, just leave a comment with your question in the comments section. Finally, if you enjoy my videos or if I've helped you in any way, I hope you'll consider doing me a favor. Injury law is a very competitive field, and I like having a small independent firm so I can help people who need it. People really rely on Google reviews when deciding who to hire, so I hope you'll consider leaving me a 5-star review on Google. It only takes a few seconds, but it's a favor to me that I would really appreciate. The link is in the description. You just go to that link, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit, and you're done. Once again, I hope you and your family are well, and if anyone you know needs an injury lawyer or has questions, please send them my way by calling 312-500-4500. Thanks again for watching. Take care.
312-500-4500. If you got hurt, you gotta give them a try. Call my injury guy.
Call my injury guy.
312-500-4500. If you got hurt, you gotta give